Welcome to Storyhive On-Location Nanaimo. We're coming to you live from the unceded and ancestral territories of this Nanaimo people. Deep bow, deep respect, deep love to the original caretakers of these lands. My name's Jordan Dack, producer, poet, songwriter, and all-around creative troublemaker, and your host in this creative deep dive into the creative process. I'm sitting here with I feel like they are creative troublemakers as well. And I just got that sense by walking through their store, Funk Revival. They're entrepreneurs, they are stylists, they are culture makers, and it's just such a pleasure to be sitting next to them. Thanks for hanging out with me.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, now please, I've got some questions for you, but if you could just do us the favor of introducing yourselves, and then we'll dive right in.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Well, my name is Brooke Vermeersch,
And I'm Kat Russell.
and we both co-own Funk Revival. We also own a rentable photography studio called Upper Funk.
And that is literally above our heads right now, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much. Okay, now, what we tend to do here is we like to skip over the resume and the history, but we like to do a quick few true or false statements. And I've got a few of them here. Your job is, all you have to do is just let myself and the audience know if it's a true statement or a false statement, and feel free to add some context as we go along.
Okay, great.
Make sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
Any questions?
Nope.
No.
No, okay, here we go. Okay, true or false? Funk Revival was formerly called Funk Your Fashion before being rebranded by its current owners.
True.
True, okay.
Yeah. The previous owner, Greg Badger, started the store called Funk Your Fashion about 18 years ago, we figured.
Close to that, yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Wow.
And we lost him due to his mental health and addiction battle, unfortunately.
Oh,
That happened about 8 years ago now. And then we kind of just managed the store. Well, she managed the store mostly
With you.
with
Yeah.
me alongside.
We both worked here already.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we worked here
Gotcha.
when it was Funk Your Fashion,
Yeah.
and then the pandemic happened and a lot of things changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The business was like potentially going to shut down, and we saw an opportunity and made an offer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So
great.
here we are.
Okay. Well, I want to know a little bit more about the name, but we'll wait until we're done our little true or false game.
Yeah, of course.
All right. I'll hold back for a minute. Okay, true or false? The store is located at 87 Commercial Street in downtown Nanaimo.
True.
What? Yes.
Heart of Nanaimo.
Heart of Nanaimo. What's it like to be? Like, do you think the store would be different if it were in a different part of Nanaimo?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Nanaimo is like a very urban sprawl kind of town, and there are definitely like different pockets. Like downtown is very artsy, very creative, very community driven, and other areas of town are just not the same vibe.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. True or false? The store is named Funk Revival because Kat is a huge fan of 1970s funk music.
False. However,
Yeah, wait a sec. Yeah.
Trick question there?
Yeah. Was that a trick question?
Yeah.
For sure. 'Cause-
that's not why the store is called Funk Revival, but that is a true statement.
And you
I
do like
I do
70s
like
funk music. Okay, good. Yeah, I was trying to trick everyone. True or false? Funk Revival accepts consignments for all genders, shapes, and sizes, and operates on an explicit sustainability and inclusivity mission.
That's true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's just have a little sidestep into a question then.
Okay.
Those are not only very honorable values to bring to a business, but they also sound like ones that would be difficult to bring into real life. How do you guys bring them into real life?
Yeah, that's a good question. It is difficult. I personally find the most challenging part is the all sizes aspect. In a world where lots of people buy smalls and mediums, we find that the plus size community isn't as recognized. And that is something that we try to make sure that we honor and say, hey, like, everybody deserves to shop here in my store, and we'll like try to make it happen when we can. And we just ensure that we prioritize plus size consignment a lot, and just kind of stick to our grounds on it, you know. And, making sure that everybody feels included. As a queer-owned business, we also want to make sure that no matter who you are, who you present as, it is important that you feel welcome and safe here. So that's kind of where it comes in, from all genders, shapes, and sizes.
Yeah, and I can tell you from just, you know, casually speaking to other people about your shop and, you know, exhaustively looking online about the shop, that I think you guys are pulling it off.
Thanks.
You know?
We're trying.
Absolutely. Yeah,
really
you're doing a great job.
Yeah.
Okay, true or false? Consignment drop-offs are by appointment only, and consigners can take payment in either cash or in-store credit.
That's true.
Yes.
Wait, why were you questioning
Well,
it?
not cash. E-transfer.
E-transfer.
Yeah. Cash.
None of that paper stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't. Who cares?
Yeah,
Cash.
what is that stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I almost said the answer. True or false? Funk Revival stocks maybe 20 to 30 items at a time. A small, tightly curated selection. That, I mean, you guys already said that this was false, basically.
It's false.
It's false.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, you can probably see behind us here. That is absolutely the opposite of what's going on. It's obviously curated still, but it doesn't. It's on. I guess part of the accessibility piece is that you do have something for everyone. So it's
like ages too.
Yeah, that's
was
right.
a huge thing for us as we kind of like fill the store more and more. It's really important to us to make sure that everybody can shop here, whether you're a teenager or well into your elderly years. I think it's important that everybody gets to experience to shop sustainably and secondhand. So we try our best to provide a bunch of style options for one to be able to do that.
Very cool. Okay, let's say last one. True or false? The store's own tagline is, "Life is too short to wear boring clothes."
True.
That's true.
True. But we
That's a
didn't
great
come up
tagline.
with that.
No.
Was this a from the past iteration?
Yeah. I mean, we used to have like a sandwich board with all kinds of silly sayings on it, and that was just one that really stuck with us. And a big part of, you know, taking over this space was still honoring the original owner, and so we wanted to like keep some of his sayings alive, and that's just one that we really like ourselves. So.
Yeah, I love how in that same spirit the word funk remained, but revival is what you guys brought in. Can you speak to the word choice, revival, and what that means for your business?
Yeah, well, we played with a lot of different ideas. We really wanted to keep funk in the title because a lot of people just shortened it to funk anyways.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
So that was really important to us to keep that. And then we kind of started talking about, okay, well, what are we doing here?
Right.
Like we're taking something that already exists and we're keeping a piece of it, but we're also making it our own. So that was part of it.
It really felt as though we were reviving the store from such a dark time. It felt like after losing Greg, it became a little bit more sad as the years progressed and he was no longer with us. And we were like, okay, well, let's revive the store. And we're like, oh wow, we're actually truly are reviving it.
Wow.
Not only that, we also are reviving clothing by letting them live more like a longer life. And it just kind of felt very fitting in a way, even though it took a little while to get there. We're also indecisive, so.
So I mean, right off the bat, that's one of my biggest questions for you guys is we already learned how like you guys were working in the store together before you owned the store. Did you know each other before you worked together?
No,
we didn't.
We didn't.
We actually took a little while. Kat recently informed me. I forgot, I guess, because we've been friends for so long now. that we took a while to actually become friends.
Yeah.
Because I had worked here with her as like my manager in a way.
Right.
Greg was the boss, but she managed the store. So, yeah, we weren't like necessarily buddies right away. That's for sure.
We got along,
Oh, yeah.
but our relationship was as coworkers for a while, and then we started spending more time together as friends, and then the friendship actually took over the work relationship.
Is this before owning the shop together?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Even though we would still spend every time we hung out talking about the store that
Right.
we didn't know at the
We
time.
would work together for a whole day, and then we would hang out after work, and we would talk about work, and then we would joke about, well, wouldn't it be funny if, you know, this was a business write-off or whatever.
Right.
Because we'd be like out for dinner talking shop
Yeah.
just naturally, being
Yeah.
like, well, you know, tomorrow, like, let's work on this, or like, it just came really naturally between us.
Yeah. And was it natural and obvious when that opportunity did arise to move forward as co-owners? Did that feel obvious?
Honestly, it was like we had shut down for the pandemic. Things were very stressful. We were, you know, it was at that time where you were allowed to go for walks at a distance with each other, and Brooke and I had decided that we were going to be a part of each other's bubble. And so we were doing that to just kind of keep our sanity. And then when I got the call from Greg's family that they were thinking that the store was maybe time to move on, it just was a natural conversation between us of like, how are we going to close the store down? What does that look like? How much?
Gotcha.
Everything that's in here technically belongs to somebody else and
Right.
it sells. So we were like, you know, how are we going to get everything back to the person it belongs to? Or so that's what started the conversation. And then as we were talking about closing it down, we realized how important it was to us to be here, and how much that was going to change our lives, and that we didn't want our lives to change in that way. So then we started talking about, what does it look like to keep it going?
That's so cool. That energy you're talking about of that conversation, it reminds me of the energy of conversations I had with people during COVID. You know, like there was a certain, obviously COVID was a very negative thing and had a horrible impact. And there were these special conversations that happened all over the world when everyone pressed pause for a minute on the hustle. And it sounded like there was a bit of that energy going on, a bit of allowing the imagination to come into the conversation.
Yeah, very much
Yeah,
so.
very cool.
I wouldn't have, I think if COVID didn't happen, that it almost maybe wouldn't, like Funk Revival may not be in existence, because it didn't spark, we wouldn't have had that like spark of a conversation to like talk about what to do next.
Yeah.
And it's like it's a very interesting like concept, because like this is not what I planned.
Right.
I wasn't like, okay, bestie, let's open up a store during COVID.
Yeah.
That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah. So how many years are we in now then?
This is our sixth
year. Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah. Crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's been really fun, really amazing. Our friendship has grown stronger.
Yeah.
We've learned how well we like work together. If it wasn't kind of obvious before when we worked together, I mean, we have more responsibility now. So I think that can like really make or break a friendship.
Absolutely.
And it truly hasn't broken our friendship.
And it's already been 6 years, so
Yeah.
you're probably good at
Yeah.
this point.
Yeah, we were really fortunate to have those years together before taking on the business, because we already had worked through conflict resolve. Like we already knew each other's personalities, and even though when we did decide to take this project on, that was only magnified. Like there are definitely moments where we, you know, disagree or butt heads, or where like there are some emotions that arise, but we've learned a lot about ourselves and each other, and how, like, for me, I can be very much a realist, and sometimes Brooke is very much an ideas person. She brings me these like, you know, wild ideas, and they're great ideas, but instead of saying, yeah, that's a great idea, I start out with saying, here's the reality. And
Right.
that is very hard for her And so I've learned that I have to stop and say, wow, that's a great idea. And then be
Right.
like,
And
here's
then,
how I see the reality of it. you know?
Yeah.
And that's like been really healthy for me because I didn't realize how much I kind of just dive right into the logistics of things, and that it encourages me to be more creative and a little bit more of a dreamer, and to, you know, take maybe my feet off the ground and put my head in the clouds a little bit more.
I love that.
Yeah, we like certainly balance each other out in different ways. Like where I lack in areas, she doesn't, and then vice versa. And she fills those pockets of lack, I guess you could say. Yeah.
What a blessing.
Yeah,
That's
very much so.
Really lucky.
No, we're so lucky.
So
Like-
what are your superpowers then? Your individual superpowers?
Within the store?
Yeah, within the store.
Yeah, for sure. So I would go to say that I'm more of like math and like money, numbers, kind of crunch personnel of the store.
Yeah.
But you're also like a big ideas person. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but so are you.
Sure.
Different
You
approaches.
are. If I
Yeah.
start with an idea, I can get you spitballing other ideas to go with the
This
idea.
is true.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So there's almost like a generator, idea generator, and
Yeah.
then builder,
Yeah,
expander.
Yeah.
That sort of thing
totally.
going on.
Yeah. But then she's also HR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is not me.
Whew,
Yeah.
HR is tough.
As
Yeah.
a very creative person, she's also like more emotional on the surface. And so like when something happens that's maybe like not the most positive experience, it's really easy to get like heated right away, or
Yeah, like a
take
negative.
it really personally,
Yeah.
or get upset. And I'm kind of more like I take a little bit longer to process, and that actually works in my favor, where I can be like, okay, like that doesn't sit very well, but how can I make it better before I like react? I'm more
Yeah.
of a responder than a reactor. So if there's like something more challenging with like personal interactions, then that's kind of my end of things.
Yeah. I got that.
Like negative emails.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
No.
Yeah. No, I can't do that. And a negative review will have me spiraling for weeks.
Right. It'll just ruin your week.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. It's over, guys.
It's over.
Whereas,
Shut
like,
it down.
Yeah. Whereas my first
We had a
thought
good
is,
run.
Like,
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Tried.
opportunity to do better. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like
Right,
sometimes
yeah.
you don't grow unless you're kind of like forced to. And so I see it as like not necessarily a negative thing. Like it might be challenging in the moment, but I always try and see it as an opportunity. And you know, sometimes it's beneficial that way. But
Yeah. And I mean, you guys are both working here before, but there must have been a lot of learning curves that showed up when you took over ownership.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of stuff were the most challenging?
Well, we knew all of the front end of the business,
Yeah.
but we didn't know anything about like, you know, getting a loan or like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or like,
Um,
your balance sheets.
Right.
Doing all of those types of
Yeah,
things.
keeping the books and
Yeah,
those
the
sorts of things.
books, I guess even, it even goes down to the HR for me at the very least, because you were manager at the time. She was a little higher than me. I was just working here. But yeah, and the funny thing is I would go to say that they didn't really ever feel like challenges, like we were learning all these things, but we were learning it together. And it felt kind of rewarding. Like we were, a lot of the time was like, oh yeah, sweat equity.
Right,
That was like our biggest motto.
Yeah.
For a while there,
That's
still
the
is.
slogan of the store for a little bit.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
yeah.
If you
And-
want something done, you do it yourself.
You gotta do it yourself.
Yeah.
Or as much of it as possible.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then on top of it all, the Badger family, so Greg's family, since they were owning it for, I think that would have been about 3 years, maybe 2, before COVID happened, something like
Okay.
that. And they were also insanely helpful. Like,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Biggest cheerleaders.
Oh, that's
yeah.
great.
Still.
Yeah,
Yeah.
still our biggest cheerleaders, and
Very
helped us
cool.
figuring out like all the things that we didn't know, and answered questions that were maybe hard, and so it
The other
was
thing
really
is, like,
nice.
our community really rallied for us too. Like, we've had long-standing clients here who say like work in the bank industry, and they were very like eager to answer our questions and support us by either like pointing us in the right direction or giving us connections of their own. And like we owe a lot to our community.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. we wouldn't be where we are without our community and their knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's so many people out there that help us with day-to-day things and even just like small tasks. Like, for example, I think it was probably the first month of us, you know, operating as Funk Revival. We were operating just as we normally do, but one of our consigners was noticing that we were dragging bins from the front of the store to the back of the store and like just dragging them into the back room. And she was like, okay. And then came in the next day or 2 days, was like, here's a trolley. She just like gifted us
Game changer.
So
full-on
she
trolley.
hadn't even like sat down and spoke with you guys
No,
about
she
this. She
just
just noticed that this was happening and then came back with a solution for it.
Yes.
I mean,
That's
I
beautiful.
will say it was ridiculous looking back on it.
Yeah,
what
I'm like,
were
why were
doing.
we doing
What?
that
And
for so long?
My back, especially as I get older, is very grateful for not having to
Yeah.
push.
Oh yeah, I mean a trolley is a game changer
Oh,
in
man.
life. You
Yeah.
know, like when you really
Why?
need one, it's the only solution. You know?
Yeah, Wally the trolley. we
Wally
call
the
him.
trolley.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's got two levels.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. Why didn't we
Okay.
think of this sooner? I have literally no
Yeah.
idea.
Genius.
I think
But it
that's
was
so
awesome.
cool. I think it's great how, you know, there's so many businesses out there right now wondering how to engage the community more. And a lot of the times it seems that businesses think that they need to have to be the ones that have everything figured out and then go, okay, we're open for business. But it's really the act of saying, hey, we don't have everything figured out that engages the community. Do you
Yeah.
agree with that?
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We were actually just at a downtown Nanaimo Business Association meeting where we were kind of putting down key points to everybody who owns a business and what they bring to the table. So it's like, hey, like this person knows how to like market really well. This person knows how to clear out old stock really well.
Right.
This person knows how to build a shelf.
Mhm.
You know, like all these people
What are our
that
skills?
yeah, these are the skills
super
and
cool.
like let's connect, let's help
Yeah.
each other because we all have different skills.
Yeah.
And it's important to share them and like we're not gatekeepers.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
if you
yeah.
want to start the exact same store as me,
We'll help
I'll
you.
actually help you.
Very
so
cool. Yeah.
yeah,
It's all
like-
open source.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
very much community over competition. So, like, you know, one of the things that we like about owning this store is that this is actually what we like to do in our spare time too. Like,
Mm-hmm.
on our days off, we'll take a road trip together and go down to, say, like Victoria
Right.
and hit as many consignment stores as we can. And while we're there shopping, which is like, you know, hitting that dopamine for
Yeah.
us, we're also talking to other shop owners and saying, hey, like, what consignment program do you use? Like, what point of sale do you use? Do you like it? What would you change?
Yeah.
You know, how do you find your price points? Where do you get most of your inventory? Like, we're curious. We're excited about other people doing the same thing because it's like other people who like are like-minded to us, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and maybe
And-
they've got something that like we're not doing that's better and we could improve upon.
Like a
Yeah.
trolley.
Yeah, like a trolley.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You never know.
Exactly. Yeah. And on top of it, like it's also creating that friendship. And now I have this we have this like consignment friendship with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And I was also gonna say there's enough clothing in the
Yeah.
world that's already made
That's right.
that can be
Yeah.
put into a store. We can all share.
Yeah, no
That
need
is
for
for sure.
scarcity mindset when it comes to clothes.
No,
in the
no,
world. Yeah.
no.
And it's exciting when we get like, say, somebody who's new to the island or new to Nanaimo, for us to be able to like, oh, you should go here, you should go there.
Yeah,
like
right.
this is where I would go.
Yeah.
Like that's fun for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys, I mean, you're obviously passionate about this, and you were passionate before, and here you are. I mean, from when you worked to this, you said 6 years owning this now?
Yeah.
Yeah, 6
6
years.
years?
Yeah.
So what is it? What do you love about this?
Well,
I feel like it's
so many
probably the
things.
same for the both of us in like this.
Yeah,
There's
like,
a lot.
We get to see different clothes every single day,
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of like fulfills that need to like go shopping, or like everybody's kind of got their own crutch or addiction or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And this is ours.
Yeah.
So
And you never know what's going to come in
never
every
know.
day. Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
that's
it's like
exciting.
exciting.
Christmas.
It's like
Yeah.
like you know,
Like,
it's like
woohoo!
opening up a
Yeah.
present. We just people come in and they bring us their like bag of goodies, and we get to go through it. And it's like, you know, I don't know what I might find maybe for somebody else, or like sometimes I see something that I know Brooke is gonna love, and that's exciting for me. It kind of like is this constant like little thrill.
Yeah.
And and then we're both really passionate about like keeping vintage alive and people expressing themselves the way that they feel true to themselves. So, you know, like today I might dress like this, but tomorrow I might be like totally androgynous, or, you know, like my style, I've always been a bit confused as to who I am from day to day.
Yeah, we call it the perpetual identity crisis.
Yeah.
If you were to walk into my closet, you'd be like, who is this girl?
Are there
Is
10
she
different people living
yeah,
here?
Yeah. Is she prairie chic or goth?
Yeah.
I don't really know.
And I don't really know until that morning when I'm putting my clothes on, you know? So
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
it's exciting for us to be able to have the ability to wear exactly what we want to feel like who we are on that particular day.
Yeah.
I love that.
And then another thing that really draws me to wanting to come in every day is watching people like get excited about clothing like I do. So they come in, try a piece on, and they're just loving it and dancing around in it and just feeling themselves. And maybe it's like a new version of themselves. Maybe it's the version that they already are. Like, I love watching somebody get excited about an outfit. It just makes me feel so good that I picked that out. Like, it was on the rack that we had all done, like picked that kind of out and helped them out maybe. And like, we don't push sales here. It's not our thing. Like, I want you to walk out feeling so confident in what you bought. If you're humming and hawing here at the store, you'll probably do the same at home and never wear it. So we do get a lot of enjoyment out of like watching other people enjoy clothes.
I love that.
And I also enjoy the fact that if somebody can't afford something, I can probably help adjust the price.
Wow,
you know,
that's
like
right.
I'm willing to like they loved it so much, it looked so good on them. And like, let me see if I can like help you out a little, you know? That makes me feel good too, is knowing that I've provided this awesome piece for this person and they get to take it home.
Yeah, that's incredible. I mean, I feel like I'm transported right now into that moment when that person is dancing around the store, feeling more like themselves, and maybe they took a bit of a risk in what they were wearing, stepped a little bit outside of their comfort zone, and they still feel great. Like, that's such an amazing feeling, right? And so to be able to like facilitate that.
We've watched a lot of people like totally transition their like full facade, you know, and like full look, and watching them be who they were, like, let's say 5 years ago to who they are now has been such a journey. And that's the beautiful thing about being here for so long, is we've started to develop relationships with people to like kind of like know their style. And we even do that now, where like we get something in and we're like, oh, so and so is gonna love this, like I should put it aside, send her a picture, send him a picture.
We also love when we post things on our Instagram story, and sometimes someone, like one of our regulars, will respond, and before we can actually see the message, we like to guess what it is they're responding to.
Oh, so and so just replied, and we're like, oh, she was definitely wanting that linen skirt.
Totally. That's cool.
So it's relationships, I guess. I guess that's another big thing.
It's also really interesting to learn the history of clothes.
Totally.
Like, you know, we get a lot of things that are like, oh, like clearly this is a vintage tag. We think it's from the 80s or 90s, you know, and then we start to kind of delve into where this piece of clothing came from, and like some things have a lot of history to them.
Very
and like,
cool.
You know, and cultural surroundings, and like you start to learn little things like, oh, like metal zippers were used up until this time, and then they switched to plastic, and like there's a lot of like just stuff that you just don't really necessarily think about on a day-to-day unless you're in this business.
I actually never thought about the history of clothes, but of course, like it's probably a very rich history. That's super cool.
And then it can boil down to brands, and then we start learning more about different brands, and you know how they make their clothing, and how, you know, like what their practices are, or their evolution. You know, like some brands have been along for a really long time, and you can see like, oh wow, they've changed their name this many times, or made an extension from that brand to this brand, and that's fun to learn. You know, like we're constantly learning. I think that as much as we say we know about clothing, there's still so much that we
so
don't
much.
know.
Yeah, of course.
But
There
we're
always
like,
will be. But
and we're always educating ourselves. Like as soon as we see a brand that comes in, we don't know what it is. Like we're instantly going to search about it just
totally.
so that way I can be confident in what I've priced it at and what I'm saying to somebody as I'm selling it. You know?
Yeah.
There's
Gotcha.
nothing better than a piece of clothing that comes with a story.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The person buying it might not be as interested as we are, but
Right.
we're
We
still
get really
enthused.
excited.
Yeah, and you're going to tell them about it.
Yeah,
though,
I'm
aren't you?
still gonna share the
Yeah,
information.
this is going to be shared here, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, we do a lot of oversharing.
Yeah.
I feel like that it goes well with the context of the space for some reason.
Yeah.
And on
Yeah.
that note, it is obviously curated. Like there is an approach here.
Yes.
How do you guys decide when someone brings clothing in what you're going to accept and what you're not going to?
So many things.
Yeah.
Condition.
Condition is like first.
Right.
Yeah.
First line, it's like,
First line.
okay.
Yeah. Is it dirty? Did you just take it out of your dirty laundry and
Right.
you haven't washed it yet? Like that's my starting point. And then from there it could be many things.
Yeah, like is it something that's trending? Is it something that's unique? Is it something that's well made? Do we have a client in mind already? Is it like a color that's in style right now? Is it something that we see potential in? Like there's just, the list is huge.
Yeah, and on that, like, so we've got the very defined first line that they need to pass. After that, is there a checklist, or is it sort of an internal, what's become intuitive checklist?
It's kind of like a feeling.
Like
Yeah.
we kind of so originally we were not allowed to pick and price. We were just kind of like inventory workhorses, and
when it was funkier fashion.
Yeah, we
Right.
dealt with in-person customers and that sort of thing, and Greg did all of the picking and pricing.
Gotcha.
And then very slowly he started to kind of show us his process, and really every single piece that we take is a gamble.
Right.
So sometimes we'll pick something, we're like, oh my god, this is going to sell right away.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
amazing, I love it.
Yeah.
Like, wow, and we're going to price it to sell, like it's just so good somebody needs to take it home, and it'll live at 6 months at the store and no one will buy it, and it will end up either going back to the person who brought it in or being donated to one of the places we support, and it's a shock, but you just don't know, which is fun.
And we
Part
do
of it.
have the flexibility with the store being so large. We do have the opportunity to take a little bit more.
Right, take some risks and
like we're thinking not only of that like 15-year-old who wants to come in and shop, but we're also trying to take into consideration like anybody who's 60 plus, like we want to make sure that we're kind of providing for everybody. And I guess it's really a sense of knowing what styles are and kind of like what people are wearing. So like I guess not only are we enjoying being in the store, we also observe like how are people dressing, like what are people wearing these days.
Right.
So we do have to always stay on top of that. Like something that we would have taken maybe 8 years ago, 5 years ago wouldn't be the same as what we take today.
Right, gotcha.
Like for example, a mom jean. Like baggy on the top, slightly tapered at the bottom, higher waist fit. That sometimes can come from a very great brand and be very great quality, but it's not a cut that's selling anymore.
Right.
And we have to take that into consideration,
of course.
So I guess like there's a lot of factors that come with it. They're changing all the time, but a lot of it, is like definitely a feeling.
Yeah, and I mean, do you have to take Nanaimo style into consideration?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, does Nanaimo have a style?
Yes.
Yeah.
It depends on where you are.
Yeah,
Again,
there's probably a few different.
It's a very
Like-
different place depending on which part of Nanaimo you're at. But like, I find that downtown here, there is a lot of radical self-expression. So, like sometimes we'll get say like a dress or something that's a really weird shape, and to hold it up, you're like, what even is this? But we give it a shot, and then somebody comes in and puts it on their body and styles it in a way that we're like, wow, okay, I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
And so we get to see a lot of that with, there's a lot of very artistically minded people downtown here, which I don't necessarily think would be the same as if we were on the northern end of town. It would be like, just the style demographic is just different.
Just different.
Yeah. And not to mention, we take into consideration that Nanaimo's downtown is very tourist based.
Okay.
So our sales are obviously the best in summer when people are traveling and wanting to come to Nanaimo and look around and see what downtown is all about in Nanaimo.
Yeah.
And so a little bit of our picking can sometimes be influenced by that.
Yeah, good call.
Being like, oh yeah, like somebody from Vancouver would wear this.
Yeah.
I just hope that they come in.
Yeah.
Well, we'll wait. We'll wait for them. And then we'll present it to them.
That's right.
Yeah.
The other thing is like we obviously, we have a large space, but we still have a limited space. So I don't want to take a bunch of things that you could go to a mall and find in every store in the mall.
Right, yeah.
I want to take things that you're not necessarily going to see every day. So
yeah. And that's probably one of the main reasons people come in here is that they want to walk out with something that they may not see 5 other people wearing as they walk away from the store.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Not to say that we don't take some of those basic things too, but we're definitely, if I had to choose between one or the other, I would take the weirder thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I want it to be unique and I want it to be weird, but I also want to be able to provide, let's say, a really high quality rain jacket for a really great price. That's also something that is good.
Yeah, it's an interesting collision of worlds there. Those are 2 very different things, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And one sounds like a lot about accessibility, and one is about fashion and getting dressed as an art too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
it
totally.
Sounds, just looking around, I can see both represented here.
Yeah, which for me is not too much, but I can understand how some people feel overwhelmed in a store like ours.
Okay.
Because there's so much to look at. And it definitely can feel a little bit overwhelming, which is why we try our best to ensure that every section is organized and we have it in, it's not just mix match, right? Like jackets, if you're specifically looking for that, I've got a section.
Right.
And we try to make it as easily shoppable as possible. And we do get complimented on our organization a lot and how we have everything laid out. So we try our best with that, but I also totally respect somebody who gets overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot to look at, every single piece being different.
Yeah.
Not everyone is a treasure hunter.
Yeah, that's right.
So.
But we'll help, like tell me what you're looking for. I'll help you. We're so willing to help. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Yeah, because I could imagine like my first visit to the store would probably not even be looking at the clothes as clothes, but just seeing the colors.
Yeah.
Feeling the textures and just being like, okay, now my second visit, I'm going to find something to wear. You know?
Yeah. Some people will do like a few laps. They'll take a few pieces, change room, come back out, do another lap, go back in, do another lap. Which I think we've had somebody in here for
hours, 4
hours maybe.
Yeah.
There's a lot to look at.
Yeah.
And if you got the time, it's the place to be.
Yeah. But that's fun. I think that's fun. And I know that there's other people out there that also find that fun.
Yeah. And I think that, you don't want to push anyone out of this store, but it does feel like it's for people who do find that fun or, because there is something that you guys are not. And what you are not is fast fashion, right? Yeah. You're not the buy something and throw it away the next week fashion. And that's part of the sustainability piece that is important to you. Can you speak to that a bit?
Yeah, of course. We definitely in sustainability world push the recycling of clothing, obviously with reusing the clothing that we have here. And another thing we try to make sure that we're doing is ensuring that everything else that we're doing is sustainable. So we reuse our tags so that I don't throw them out a million times, one after another. I can reuse them a few times before that happens. We try to make sure we're not using too much paper. There's a lot of sustainability aspects that we try to incorporate into our day-to-day world. I feel like I've already kind of spoken a little bit about sustainability. Do you have anything else to say, in regards to the clothing, I guess.
Well, I mean, like, we're not, totally beyond taking like a trendy piece or something like that. But, there's a real obvious longevity to pieces that were, are of certain brands or are of a certain age, like they're just things that stand the test of time a little better. And we definitely look for that.
Well, that's cool. I've never thought of it that way, that investing in pieces that stand the test of time is an act of sustainability.
Yeah.
And I mean, maybe that's obvious, but
it's really
for a layman like myself, that is a big light bulb moment there, that there are certain pieces that will stay, maybe not on trend, but you might want to keep in your closet for longer than other pieces.
Yeah, like your quality items.
Yeah, your quality items.
Yeah,
and really, like, fashion trends actually roll around on a fairly regular cycle, like not exactly, but say like a 20-year cycle. So you see things like, okay, in the 1940s, dresses were cut in a certain way, and then like in the 1960s, like they kind of revisit that, but like slightly different, but the same. And then you see it again in the 80s, and like, so in a way, like if you wanted to shop all of these kind of like older generations, you can still find pieces that fit trends. You just have to have a little bit more imagination.
Right, how to style them and work with them. Yeah.
And so, like, for me, like, I'm excited to see the trends that are happening. But I mean, okay, so the things that, say, an 18-year-old would be attracted to right now would be something that I would have worn when I was like just coming out of high school.
Right.
And to me, it's like, oh my God, I'm never going to wear that again.
Right.
But I see, okay, like, there are certain pieces that I look back on and I'm like, oh, but I could style that now. And it does kind of get the brain working on like, oh, how would I envision that now at the age I'm at now with the things that are in stores now?
Yeah.
Like I can see where it rolls around again.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
But as your body changes and stuff too, you also have to learn how to like dress your shape, and that can be really challenging with trends.
Okay, so this is a really awesome concept, and I feel like it's at the center of what you guys are up to here. Not only the accessibility piece, but also just taking a piece of clothing and make it work for all genders, sizes. Now, that's great to know in concept, but I'd love to see it actually happen in real life. Yeah. And so if you guys are up for it, and I know you are because we spoke about it earlier, it'd be so cool to see you do this. So we've got a mannequin over here, and that I could bring into frame, and then I mean, let's bring it in, and then we can talk about it.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, what do we have here? Is there a name for this mannequin?
We actually don't have a name for her.
Okay.
Miss Velvet, I would go to say, because she's made of velvet. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so we're looking at, what are we looking at?
We're looking at a men's Western snap button-up, vintage, most likely, I would go to say. And then a woman's or feminine kind of skirt in a striped color. Yeah. Red and white striped color. And and so very blasé like this, obviously. It's not helping this girl get any shape to her, or I don't know how I would feel just walking out like that. It feels like not done.
She's cute, but she could be better.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So you see, there's something that you could work with this, though.
Oh, yeah.
And
we've got same colors, right?
Yeah.
Red and red. They may not be the exact same reds, but they're in the same tonal area.
Yeah, so that's okay?
Yeah. Totally. Yeah, absolutely. Great. And then kind of creamy, more white on the bottom, but they're not touching, so you can't actually see that difference.
Right, they're not right up against
they were like
each
right
other.
up against each other, right?
Yeah, so don't walk around like this if you have...
Yeah. Okay, but on that note, actually is so funny. I just want to speak to that. When people come in and try clothes on, and they do the funniest things in clothing, like putting their arms up in the
mirror. I'm like, oh yeah, no, these
Sleeves
sleeves are too short.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, what do you do?
As if you're
You
walking
walk
around.
I spend a lot of my day like this.
all
so
day
yeah.
long, up with your hands, or like doing a weird jig with like shoes on. Being like, oh yeah, I don't know,
Right.
I can't do this in them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, or like a pair of jeans, and they're like doing all these squats, which maybe you might do in them, but like not in the same
Right.
way.
Yeah, you're not going to the gym in the denim that you
No.
just bought. Yeah.
But it's really funny
It's
because
so funny.
it's actually quite universal. Like you see it a lot with people being like, oh, and it's just really a question of like learning how things actually fit or how you actually wear things.
Right.
But the amount of times I see someone think that a jacket is too small because they're like sticking their arms out. I'm like,
yeah.
What are you reaching
Yeah,
for?
yeah. Like you want this is how you walk around. Like
yeah, that's not really natural.
that's a little weird.
Yeah.
Like, are you okay?
Like sure, but
Yeah.
Gotcha.
that's not what you do all day.
No,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay,
Let's
so
find a
what would we
different
do
jacket.
here? What would we do here?
Okay.
You guys want to just go for it?
yeah.
And maybe I could hold the microphone, and then as you make adjustments and changes, you can just speak about it and bring us into your process.
Let's
Here, you
okay.
go in there. I'll grab something.
Yeah, well, first, like, okay, she's pretty cute, but she does have a bit more shape than we're seeing initially.
Okay.
So she's got a waistline.
Mm-hmm.
We would love to see her waist a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's just try it.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's maybe tuck that in a little.
Let me pull it up. First, let's make her skirt fit better.
Yeah. Pretend that the skirt actually fits her.
Okay.
But we've got pins that we use for the mannequins.
For the mannequins,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah, this doesn't happen with customers. No.
No,
No.
no. It depends though. Like depends on how you're styling things.
Right, yeah.
That you could use a safety
Sure.
pin. But we use in this in-store like actual paper clips.
Okay, gotcha.
Like pinchy ones.
Yeah.
So maybe not the
Maybe
best
not.
style
Okay.
choice.
Yeah.
Now her skirt fits.
Okay, there we go.
Perfect.
Where do you want to go from here?
Yeah, well, I had gathered up a few pieces here, and I kind of thought maybe trying to see what a belt
flip over
like
here for
this might look like on her, while showing the fact that this oversized shirt can still have a waist to her. Okay, first off, this is not the direction I thought she was going, but I'm really liking it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like sometimes when you just take back a piece of clothing and like just cinch it in the back, you'll all of a sudden gain your waist back.
Oh,
And you
cool.
can do that with literally safety pins.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll go in and put a safety pin on either side and then tie a bow with a ribbon,
Oh,
and it
cool.
cinches everything right to the back.
Very cool.
And then you can go in and like layer something like this over top.
Very cool.
Yeah. So it kind of gives you an idea of what that would look like this, pretending that I put all those through, but I didn't. So there's something like that.
Yeah.
Another common way to do this is by tucking it in. So do we want to tuck it in and then kind of giving it a little bit of like a billow?
Mm.
Can't really see what I'm doing here.
Yeah. Do you need to be more loose on,
This is kind of a tight fitting shirt. So.
but I meant like loose on this so you can tuck it in. Yeah, get her in there.
There we go.
Sometimes getting dressed isn't pretty, okay?
Right.
Tell me what I'm doing here.
Yeah, here.
I love how you're doing this all blind cat. It's just like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I just, I'm starved for attention, so I just need to hug the mannequins every once in a while.
Yeah, right? Okay, I'll just pull this down so it doesn't bunch at her bum and on her stomach, because that's not nice. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so now she's tucked in. Now this is really Western, this type of like
Yeah,
look anyway,
sure.
which is really fun. I love a Western look. So if it were me, I could go with like a bolo tie on the top. Unfortunately, don't have any here with us. And then there's so many options that you can go with on a belt. So we could bring this idea back in. Love that. But there's so many different ways to wear things. Maybe you wear a tie around your waist, or you wear a scarf. So you can take this and then just kind of pin it like this.
That.
And now you've got that layered look on the front, just adding a little bit more dimension to the outfit. Now, if your scarf doesn't fit around, Safety pins are seriously the best things in the world.
Yeah.
So we use those a lot. And if it were me, I'd maybe test around to see if maybe, can I just take the side of this and like pull it up a little and like,
cool.
like hike it up a little.
Yeah.
So that's always really fun way to add dimension to your outfit. And then another option that we were playing with was undoing the top. Oh, that's a tight button. Yeah. And then I liked that idea that you had going on with the scarf and necklace. So Kat has this technique that you do with a necklace and a scarf.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of rolling it up, and then
usually a square scarf works best.
Yeah, so I'm taking the necklace and just stringing it through one side here, and then putting the necklace around and just tying it. So
very cool.
You get your little scarf moment in, but you also have like your accessory.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, that's cool.
Obviously we're doing this very quickly. We would sit here and play with this knot for about 10 minutes before we actually were happy with it.
Right.
And it's okay. It's
it looks very cool though. Like this is already a very transformed look.
Yeah, and like if it were me, I'd probably go even more. I'd be like, okay, let's add my belt.
Keep going here.
Just adding more and more layers to something. And like we always encourage to play around and like really push it. Or the thing we say, like the most common thing we say is like take one step out of your comfort zone in the store, and like you'll be more inclined to be doing that at home.
That's right.
If you take 16 steps out of your comfort zone, you're probably not going to touch it when you're at home.
Yeah, that's such a good point. Do you find that taking steps out of your comfort zone is something that becomes easier with practice?
Absolutely, yeah. So when I first started working here, I was like very strict into wearing black and leggings. I was leggings Brooke.
Right.
I wore leggings all the time.
Brooke,
yeah. It was leggings Brooke era. We talk about it often, actually. And then Greg, the previous owner, was like, okay, Brooke, we gotta let's try something else, okay? And so
gave you a nudge.
Yeah, he gave me a little bit of a nudge, and it like truly changed me forever. Like I've been here for about 10 years, maybe 9 years now, and it's taken like that long, maybe a little bit less, to like actually feel like comfortable in what I'm putting myself in every single day, and having the ability to just play around with shape and styles, like I don't need to put on a pair of leggings every day.
Days that are fails, like not every outfit hits, and that's okay. Sometimes you spend a day. Well, when we first started, like when we first reopened,
that'd be great. Thank you.
It was like it was just the two of us working, and one of us would show up really fancy and the other one would show up really casual, and then we would both feel super awkward for the whole day.
Totally.
So then we started getting in the habit of like texting or calling each other in the morning and saying, okay, like this is what I'm wearing. Do you have something that goes with this? And then it got to a point where when we, we're at a point where we could have employees that they started joining in on it. So we would have like this sort of uniform without having a uniform, which was really fun. But then we got to a point where we were doing it so much that we started to lose our individuality a little bit.
Of course, yeah.
And so like, as you can see, we still really enjoy like being the same but different.
Yeah.
But yeah, it kind of got to a place where we weren't, say, wearing everything in our wardrobe because we were always trying to match to something else.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
When you're trying to throw something together that's not necessarily you, sometimes it doesn't work out.
No, absolutely. Yeah. And it changes the way that you feel during the day, too.
Oh, yeah. So then we were like, okay, scrap this. Let's go back to just doing our own thing. And sometimes we still show up wearing almost identical outfits.
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just organically happens.
Yeah, exactly. We spend so much time together. Like not only do we work together, but we like play together too.
Yeah.
It's very important to us to like make sure we're setting aside time for our friendship.
Yeah.
Because we were friends technically, even though we like were coworkers, we became friends before we became owners together.
Right.
So we really make sure we set aside time for that. Whether that's just hanging out after work and like watching a movie or quite literally like going on vacation together.
Yeah, we set aside time every year to do some sort of like either festival or trip together so that well, what happens is when we hang out after work, sometimes we just still talk about work.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna ask. Yeah.
And it takes a couple, maybe days for us to stop doing that.
Wow.
And so we prioritize making that time for each other and saying, okay, like, this is our friendship time. Shut off the work brain as
Yeah.
much as possible, because
Yeah,
it actually
it's hard.
just doesn't ever
Yeah.
stop.
So you don't have hard rules about we don't mention work
No.
now.
No,
outside of work?
definitely not hard hard rules, but we really try not to respond to things.
Right.
Yeah.
Not to-
Maybe we'll like chat with each other about it.
Yeah.
But like for example, we make ourselves pretty accessible on Instagram, and we try not to like respond to that
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah.
during
That's
downtime.
great. Yeah.
That's like pretty much I'd go to say the only boundary.
Yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise I can't stop my brain from being like, oh, idea.
Yeah,
Oh, wait,
exactly.
I
You'd
forgot
be
to do
stopping
that."
yourself all day long.
Yeah.
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 And of course, we're inspired by things constantly. So,
Yeah.
like, you know, we're out in the world somewhere, we're like discovering, you know, people wearing different styles that we don't necessarily see here, or
Or somebody advertising in a cool way.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I saw a sandwich board recently that has like a really funny like slogan on it about bad reviews, and I was like, this is hilarious.
This is great. Yeah.
Yeah. Please don't leave a
So we
bad
don't wanna,
review.
like-
Just talk to me.
Yeah,
So I'm like,
nice.
I love that.
Moments.
That's
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we don't, we try and make time to focus on the friendship.
Yeah.
So I get the sense from, I mean, we're talking about taking risks with fashion and stepping out of one's comfort zone. Do you feel that you guys have taken any big risks with the business since you've taken over?
We've definitely changed some things. Mostly things that, like, you know, when you're in a business for a long time, there are things that just kind of come up that either worked at one point and don't work anymore, or that never really were smooth in the first place. And the nice thing about having two of us is that, you know, whereas I might miss something, Brooke might see it, or so. Yeah, we've changed a bit. We try and stay as true to the original model as possible, but even just recently, we entered this contest there was a retail space that came up, and there was a contest to fill the space.
Oh, cool.
And we saw the contest, and we were like, let's do it.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah,
We actually,
right.
like, that was as far as the thought process went.
Yeah.
We didn't really, like, think about what would happen if we won the contest
Right.
until we were deep in it.
Yeah.
And then, like, we started talking about, okay, well, what if we don't win? Do we still want to do this? And as we had that conversation, we were like, wow, you know, we actually already have an existing space that we can do anything
Right.
with. Like, we
Yeah.
don't have to keep it the same. Everything evolves.
Yes.
So, like, why not try something? And if it doesn't work, we can go back to doing what we were doing before. But, like,
exactly.
we have the luxury of, you know, testing the waters.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
Whether
absolutely.
that means that like sometimes it doesn't work out, like that's okay, you know? Like
Yeah.
at one point we thought we could take more staff than the business can actually handle.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We learned.
Yeah.
learned.
You
You know?
figured that one out.
Yeah.
And now you've got that lesson. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Or like we changed the way the inventory process works pretty early on in buying the store, and it's truly changed the game
Yeah,
for us, like
right.
good, in a good way.
Yeah.
We recently, or I guess it's been almost a year now, maybe even longer, we moved to appointments for consignment.
Oh, gotcha.
At one point you were allowed to drop off
Just
whenever
come in
you
whenever,
wanted.
yeah.
And for our sense of like ease and calmness
Yeah.
and the amount of space that we have in the store,
Yeah.
we moved to appointments. And that was a great decision. Does it become hard every once in a while when somebody's angry about it? Yeah, of course it does.
Yeah.
Do I wish I could, you know, bend the rules for that person? Yeah, but if I bend the rules for you, I have to bend the
Yeah.
rules for everybody.
Yeah.
So yeah, like that was definitely a learning curve for us. We're really big pushovers, and we're trying to not be.
Yeah. Trying to hold
Yeah.
your ground a little
Yeah.
bit more.
Yeah. So like learning about that and like realizing that we are allowed to say no.
Yeah, and that can be a tough thing, especially within a tight and smaller community.
Yeah.
You know, where your customers are also friends and your customers are also people that you've known for years.
Yeah.
It's hard to hold those boundaries.
Oh, very
and,
much
and
so.
like, you know, they have to be there for that evolution too. Like,
Mm.
you know, some people might struggle with the fact that we used to do things a certain way and we don't do that anymore. And like, I totally understand that, but like, we kind of need the grace to move forward, and also just realizing constantly that we're human
Yeah.
and we make mistakes and we do our best to learn from them. And yeah,
Absolutely.
It's like everything is a process. So.
Yeah, we're not robots.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's all human here.
Yeah, thankfully this is a very human operated business.
Yeah.
There's nothing about us that's computerized, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, if we make mistakes while we change an idea or a rule or a concept, like that's okay. And the beautiful thing is that we have each other to like bounce off of.
Yeah, that's such a blessing. I mean, not only that you complement each other, but that I can already just tell from the interview, we both respect one another and hold space for one another in such an honorable way that I imagine that this is going very well. And you guys would have already known after 6 years if this was going to, you know, spin out or just.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, because they say that it takes like 5 years to like build a business and stuff.
Yeah,
Thankfully,
most of them fail
we had,
within those 5. So,
yeah, and thankfully we had a beautiful foundation already laid by the previous owner. Like, we wouldn't be here without him.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were able to realize that we can work together.
Yeah.
And we can move along with, you know, where everything stands. Like, as the economy changes, as the demand for shopping used rises, and the demand for wanting more money for your clothing, that's a huge thing.
Oh,
so,
okay.
like the knowledge and knowing of consignment has grown. So many people want to drop off, right?
Gotcha.
And squeeze out the last bit of money that they can in their clothing, which I totally get. I do too.
Yeah.
You know, I spend a lot of money on a dress, and I want some money back for it.
Yeah,
it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know that it has a longer life.
Yes. Yeah. And so these first 6 years have been surely adventurous and full of ups and downs and all the great things that come with adventures. The next 5 years or the next 6 years, let's say, where do you see this? Do you spend much time thinking about where this place will be in 6 years or 5 years from now?
Yes. Yeah. Honestly, like if you would have asked us this question in 2023, our answer would have been a lot different.
Okay.
Yeah. It's interesting I think that we're in this very weird economic whatever.
So can I pause just for a second? But Kat, do you want to come and take a seat
Yeah,
again?
yeah,
I just realized this one camera isn't going to be picking you up while you're over there.
Sorry.
No, I missed that. But please. Okay. Sorry to interrupt.
No, all good.
Strange economic time.
Yeah, strange economic time.
Yeah.
So I do think that the idea that we had set in place in 2023 is a little different now. At that point, we were like, we're opening a second store for sure.
That's right.
Right.
We're doing that hands down.
Yeah.
If
in Nanaimo, downtown Nanaimo, or
we didn't really decide
not sure,
location.
But there was. Gotcha.
We were visiting Victoria, Comox area, or like the Comox Valley. Even Vancouver was a potential option. It just never really progressed past that of being like a second store. A lot of people ask if we have a second location.
Right.
So we're like, okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, that never really transpired. So I guess where do we see ourselves in 5 years? Like now, I mean, I'd love to have a second store. I feel like still that like idea is really cool. It just doesn't seem as reachable.
Yeah, it's really hard because I mean, at least on that idea, like to me, a big part of this store is the personalities within it. So
yeah, exactly.
You know, like a big part of my enjoyment of being here is that like we get to be silly together all day long. And when I think about like, oh, if we open a second location, like one of us is probably going to have to go and run that location, or at least until we figure it out. And then I'm not enjoying it as much because this is a big part of why I like it so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
That and like people come to the store to see us.
Yeah.
A lot of the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which was the same thing that Greg was having.
Yeah,
he was
like the host of the store.
Yeah, people wanted to come see Greg.
Yeah. You couldn't imagine the store without these people.
Yeah. So I'm almost like kind of just sitting here thinking like, wow, well, maybe it was a blessing that the economy kind of like went, woo, let's go everywhere.
I do find that like there's kind of a cycle with us where every couple of years we start to feel a little bit stale in the space and we need to do something. Like that's how we came up with the rentable photo studio. We were taking photos for Instagram in the back room, and it was awful because it's a dungeon back there. And we had like an employee back there who was becoming more and more depressed, and
There's no sunlight back there.
there's no sunlight.
Yes.
And then the space became available, and we were like, well, why don't we do this so that we can take photos for our online store? And so we built this photo studio, but then it was like, well, we aren't using it all the
wait a
time, so
second.
why don't we rent it out? And then it was another business idea, and it was something that we could start kind of like getting excited about. And in turn, it also made us more excited to be in the store again. And
We're actually running into that
we're doing that right now.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like it was the spin-off from that competition.
Yeah.
And our idea, we were asking people to vote on a concept,
Okay.
not this concept, a completely different concept called Dopamine Dream.
Okay.
And it was a store, or the idea of it is a store that sells whimsical, brightly colored trinkets and handmade goods.
Okay.
So things that really create that dopamine rush in your brain,
Right.
like really quick buys, something that just like really gets you excited and makes you want to like jump up and down, and has lots of fun color to it.
But not necessarily clothing.
No,
Right.
exactly, right?
Right.
And like and then we were realizing there's so many artists who make things that resemble this idea that we had. And so we lost the contest, which was almost good in a way. Like, I don't know how we could have managed two locations, two separred different businesses. I don't know
Little
what we were
blessing in
thinking.
disguise
Yeah,
there.
it was, once again, we were just like, hey, I don't know,
Yeah.
hanging on the thread. And
Yeah.
so
But it was a great idea.
it was a great idea, and we really like it.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna move forward with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're still
Yeah.
going to do it.
In
but-
what way? Like,
Well, we have a space.
We have a
a
store.
space.
So
Yeah.
we have a
now
store.
We already
Why
have a
not?
store.
How do we push the boundaries of this space? So
Cool.
yeah, so we're very fortunate to have a Thursday night market in the summers, and we have like a space outside of our store for that, which
Yeah.
normally we just bring clothing out for, but this year we're going to try.
Full on dopamine
Yeah.
dream.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, just do all of that, see what people are liking, the
Yeah.
products and all that.
Right.
And then we're going to start integrating it into like different spaces in our store, maybe changing a couple of the shelving, and just like
this sounds like a almost a test, an opportunity to test
is,
things
yeah.
out
Yeah.
and integrate what works. And
exactly. But to circle back and like answer your 5-year question, like I think that at this current point, it's just about making sure that we're both happy where we are, and that people are feeling satisfied, and that we're making sales, really. Like 5 years down the line, we just haven't talked about in a while, to be quite honest. We also, like, I need to take into consideration, and I guess Kat does too, is that we actually have a 10-year difference between us. So that does make a difference of like, when does
Right,
Kat
different
want to stop?
goals
When do
and-
I want to stop?
Yeah, sure.
And that's something that we've never really talked about. I mean, I probably think I could do this till I die,
Right.
because it's fun.
Yeah.
But like maybe that's not what Kat wants, and I
Right.
don't know if I'd do this without Kat. So
Right.
in 5 years, who knows, really, at this point. Right now, we're honing in on the idea of Dopamine Dream and bringing it to the store.
Yeah.
We'll start there, honestly. Yeah.
I think it's so smart. I think you guys are very smart. And I
Yeah.
think in this moment, what I'm speaking to is just this, like, really keeping those present day goals, like the really important ones, right there in front of you. And, sometimes business owners can look to that 5-year as their own dopamine dream,
Yeah.
and be like, oh, just something to keep the juices alive. And that's all great and everything, but can often just forget about the magic they're creating on a day-to-day basis. And it sounds like you guys haven't lost focus on the day-to-day magic.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Well, it dissipates sometimes.
Yeah.
Not gonna
Always
lie.
does, yeah.
Which is why that like contest, I feel like kind of like a little spark.
Yeah,
and-
absolutely.
And then it's like totally changed, like, just the interactions in the store and
Yeah.
things that we can do, realizing like, oh, we can change this. We're allowed to change it. Like, we just recently added like color to our change rooms that have been white for years.
Right.
Like, just
It's
like
oh, we
doing-
can do that.
Oh, wait, why
It's
don't
just
we do
something
that?
small, but we're like, why didn't we do this earlier? Like,
Yeah.
it's so
Yeah.
great, and it's so funny to be like, I'm going to put you in the teal squiggle room
Yeah.
or whatever, you know,
Right.
like it
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
kind of brings that life back into the thing that we're doing all the time anyways. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's easy to kind of dream ahead, but it's really important to realize that like there are a lot of variables and things can change quickly, and to be open
Absolutely.
to, you know, not being stuck in an idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Good.
The one big like thing for me is that I truly believe in downtown Nanaimo, and I think that if anything, I want to bring like more to Nanaimo, and that's really important to me. Make a business that people, you know, travel to, like, oh, I go to Nanaimo to go here, which is already happening. And like I just believe in downtown Nanaimo so much that I think that over the next few years it's just going to keep getting better, and I want to be a part of it. Like I want to be a part of the change. I want to see it with my own eyes. And I'm watching it, you know. It's been a wild ride. Nanaimo has its ups and downs.
It has its ups and downs for sure. I was talking with Crystal Cornthwaite this morning, who's opening the Pacific Arts Market.
Oh, beautiful. Yes.
Yeah,
so lovely.
So lovely. And we were talking about this, just this feeling in the air in Nanaimo right now, that it feels like the beginning of a new chapter for Nanaimo, and just a really excited vibe in the air, and especially downtown here. So seems like you guys are like really synced into that energy. as well,
Exactly. Like I want to stay here. Preferably.
Totally.
You know.
So for those in Nanaimo and outside of Nanaimo, if they're online and they want to find out more about your guys' adventures, where do they go?
The thing that we keep the most updated is our Instagram.
Right.
So Funk Revival, that's all it is. We update our website as well. You can find a little bit of information, but to be quite honest with you, our day-to-day, everything that you need to know about what we're doing is on our Instagram. Which is linked to our Facebook. So I suppose you could see it on there too.
So just go to the one place and you can find all the others.
Yeah, exactly. Go to the Instagrams and you'll see kind of everything that we're doing there, and you can give us a follow on all platforms. We've got our Dopamine Dream is running up on there, and then Upper Funk as well if you're ever interested in booking the studio. It's really beautiful.
I think we need to wrap up this interview so you guys can show me the studio.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I have a photo studio as well in Victoria, and so
cool.
I'd love to check yours out and see what's going on. So we're going to have to wrap up then.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
So we're going on a field trip.
We're going on a field trip. Sorry, you guys. Is there anything last messages or anything you want to share before we wrap?
I've said a lot of good messages, so if any of you didn't pick them up, then
it's
I'm
all
sorry.
good stuff. It's
all
quotable.
No repeats.
Sorry.
We're done.
We're done here.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing is just like, you know, we're huge advocates for being confident in expressing yourself in whatever way that means, and like we love to do that through clothing and sustainability, and we encourage others to do the same. But really, like we really want to be a welcoming space, and for people to explore that if they're not super confident in it themselves, then we like to be here for that and here for our community, because they've been such an important part of our journey. So, you know.
Yeah, I get the sense you're all growing together here.
Oh, yeah.
Hey?
Oh, definitely.
It's amazing.
It's so much fun.
You know what I love is that I hear companies talk about the community all day long, and half the time they don't mean it. And it's so obvious that you guys mean it here, that this really is about the community here. And just the authenticity behind it, it's just obvious. So I'm very pleased at your success, and I look forward to coming back and being a customer as well.
We really appreciate the opportunity.
We'll get you really fitted up.
Well, you know, that was one of the ideas. Instead of the mannequin here, I was like, maybe they'll just style me. But that's probably a challenge that's just beyond anyone's capabilities. So.
No, I don't think you're a lost cause yet.
No, not yet? Okay. Well, thank you so much for taking the time. And thank you to all of you guys. We'll look forward to connecting again in the future. Until then, be well, be wild, and be your beautiful selves when you can, or all the time, or, you know, whenever you can, you know. Oh, yeah, get out of your comfort zone. I think that's what we learned here.
Step.
Yeah, just go one step out of your comfort zone.
That's your homework. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you, guys.
Thank
I'm going to go
you.
to switch off the camera here. And then technically we're still live streaming, so you guys can just sit and stare into the camera or pretend to be discussing things with one another, whatever it is.
We're really good at pretending to laugh.